Awakened Baden is a strength-based ranger class hero from the Graveborn faction who specializes in continuous damage, and in today's video we're going to take a look at his skills and abilities, his teams and uses, and whether or not it's worth investing in this hero, so let's get into it. His ultimate ability is Blight Clone. For this one, Baden's going to create a wooden double of himself to fight alongside him on the battlefield. However, if he already has a double, he will instead enhance it with the power of the wood element. Wooden doubles can be created up to 7 times per battle by Baden and can use his skills other than his ultimate ability. If Baden dies, then he will be reincarnated in his wooden double and recover health. On top of that, Baden is able to use his ultimate ability once at the start of battle without consuming any energy and ignoring control effects. Next up, we have Razor Leaf. For this one, he's going to inflict AoE damage on nearby enemies and mark the enemy with the highest attack rating in that area. The marked enemy will then take increased damage from both Baden and his wooden double. Then we have Vine Lash. For this one, Baden is going to inflict 2 rounds of AoE damage, which is also going to imprison enemies for 4 seconds. The imprisoned enemies cannot be healed and will lose energy continuously during the imprisonment phase. And then we have his passive Clone Link. For this one, when Baden's attributes are changed by any amount, his wooden double's attributes are also changed by 120% of that amount. However, they cannot go any lower than Baden's initial attributes. And then we have his awakening skill, Withering Fall. For this one, when enemies who are being controlled take cumulative damage equal to 10% of Baden's max health, his wooden double will inflict AoE damage equal to the exact same value on its surrounding enemies. Then when the wooden double perishes, it will also deal 1.5 times that damage. His signature item is going to provide the skill ups into his Razor Leaf ability. At base and level 10, it is going to provide Baden with healing as his marked enemy takes damage. Then at level 20, he will gain extra insight when he is healed by an ally, and at level 30, when the cumulative healing he receives reaches 20 or 40% of his max health, he will gain a permanent attack buff by 20 or 40%. His furniture is going to provide the skill ups for his Vine Lash ability. For this one, when an enemy is imprisoned with Vine Lash, the healing they receive is going to be converted into damage of an equal value. However, this does not trigger by healing over time effects. Then at level 9, when an enemy is imprisoned with the skill Vine Lash, the energy they lose as a result is absorbed by Baden. And finally, his engravings are going to provide the skill ups for his Clone Link ability. At 30, when Baden receives upgrades to his shield or healing effects, his wooden double will receive 100% of the same effect. Then at level 60, when either Baden or his wooden double become immune to control effects, the other one becomes immune as well. When the wooden double perishes, Baden will receive a 70% damage reduction for 5 seconds. This effect, however, cannot be stacked. Baden has nice damage potential with his clone. He has his cheat death. If he dies, he can be reincarnated into his clone. He has some great control, but he also has a unique effect where he's able to convert healing that enemies would receive into damage, and this makes him fantastic for countering enemy healers that don't use healing over time. Baden works well with any unit that can not only aid himself, but also his wooden clone. So in today's video, we're going to take a look at the team of Ulna, Grazul, Awakened Solus, Navanthi, and Awakened Baden. As we have seen before, Ulna and Grazul are a very strong combo. Ulna allows Grazul to have invincibility at the start of the battle so that he can ramp up his clones and survive the early stages. Then we have Grazul, who's there as our main damage dealer alongside Awakened Baden to get all the clones out and then go ahead and deal massive amounts of damage. The next one I want to look at is going to be Navanthi. She has a very unique effect where she is able to buff summoned units and also their summoner. So she is going to work very well with Grazul, Awakened Baden, and also Solus, who are all able to summon units. Next up, we have the Awakened Solus in there. She can deal some really nice AoE damage with her ultimate, but also she provides a lot of AoE healing to heal all the additional units that are being summoned by this team. And then finally, we have the Awakened Baden. His purpose here is to contribute to the damage and also stop the healing by the enemies and provide the team's CC. He has a crucial role against teams especially that have healers because he can stop their healing and convert that into damage and allow us to end the battle faster. So this team is a war of attrition. We try and keep ourselves alive, summon as many extra units with Grizzle to the board, and slowly wipe out the enemies whilst they cannot be healed. As for artifacts on Awakened Baden, Dual Divinity is a fantastic option if you can get him fighting on the enemy side of the battlefield. However, you can always get away with something like Jura's Eye as well. So with all that out of the way, how far do we want to invest into Awakened Baden? The first decision is, do you want to build him? You'll have to choose between him and the 5 other current Awakened heroes in the game. If you do decide to build Baden, then going max investment of 30 signature item, 9 furniture, and 60 engraving is going to be fantastic. They are very strong units, the Awakened heroes, and all of his strongest effects do come at the max limit of these 3 investments. So if you do decide to build him, be prepared for the full investment. So that is going to be it for Awakened Baden, a unique hero with some special abilities that can make him really strong counter to enemy healing. Thanks for watching, hope you have an awesome day, and we'll look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.